The recipe that we're working on here is our chickpea curry over a wild rice. We're going to begin this recipe by chopping up a yellow onion, and we're going to simply just slice it and chop it to make sure it's nice and fine to go inside of our pot. If you don't have a yellow onion, a red onion works out just fine. It doesn't alter the flavor too much, and a white onion works out just well. And if you don't want to use onions, it will have an effect on the overall quality of the dish, but you don't really get an onion taste, so I definitely suggest to leave it in. Now we're going to take our medium sweet potato and we're just going to chop it into nice small uniform pieces. Make sure they're the same size, that way they can cook evenly in the pot. Now I chose to use wild rice for this recipe, but you can use quinoa if you like. Now you're going to chop up your garlic, make sure it's nice and fine. Make sure you're going to chop up your ginger also, and you're going to add those into your pot. And as you can see, there's no oil in the pot. We're going to add the onions also, but you want to hydrate your pot with the vegetable broth or some water just to make sure nothing sticks. As you hydrate the pot, you want to make sure you keep everything working and moving to make sure that it doesn't stick. Now we're going to go ahead and add those sweet potatoes to the pot also, and you want to make sure you stir it around and incorporate it really well. And now we're going to start to put in our spice mixture. For this next step, we're going to go ahead and get the mushrooms in the pot, and it doesn't have to be any specific type of mushroom, so whatever you have available in your area works out just fine. So you're going to get those in the pot, add some more of the spice mixture in it, hydrate your pan, and go ahead and stir it up and keep it all moving. Next up, we're going to go ahead and get our coconut milk into the pot. So we're going to just gently pour this all over the whole pot, and you're going to combine it and stir it gently into it and make sure everything just comes together. There's no substitute for the coconut milk, so make sure that you're using just coconut milk from out of the can. That works out just fine. As you can see, I also put the chickpeas in. The chickpeas were also pre-cooked, and we used our pressure cooker to actually prepare these. So we're going to also get the remaining of our spice mixture in, and now it's just about just incorporating everything, mixing it up real well, getting our tomatoes in, bringing everything together, and slowly combining the ingredients. And as you can see, as these things are slowly cooking, I'm breaking down my kale. That way I can remove the stems, gently massage it, and chop it. That way it can be in a lot more manageable sizes. So after about 10 to 15 minutes of cooking, we're going to go ahead and finish off this recipe by adding the kale in and mixing it around. And the reason we add the kale last is to make sure that we don't overcook it. And there you go. There you have it. After another 5 or 10 minutes, everything is complete.